everyone. I hope you're all doing well, protected and provided for this time. So I haven't been making a video in a month, over a month. For those who are rushing through school stuff, you know that this is a busy time of the year. But anyway, what I have for you is a dream that I had around 2 months ago already. Would you believe? And I've been wanting to convey this message, convey this dream, relate this dream to you for some time now, but I haven't gotten to doing that. But as with our faith in divine timing, recently I just figured out that this was actually a dream message for this time of the year, which is very timely. Before anything else, I would like to thank all of you for your faith in these dreams that I have been having. Well, I don't have any problem when it comes to my faith in the dreams that I have been having, because they have been communicating to me personally for decades now, since I was rather really young. But for you to be having an open mind about this and to be somehow entertaining these types of messages that I would like to convey through my dreams, that is really something that I am thankful for and appreciative of. And I hope that they are benefiting you in one way or the other. So, going back to the dream, which is around 2 months old, which is very timely for this time. It's a dream about the Holy Family. So it's December as I'm recording this dream, and it is very timely for Christmas, the story of Christmas. Okay, so I guess the reason why, I believe the reason why it has been, I was told to share this at this time is because it's more related to Christmas. Because prior to this, I was trying to think of or study what this dream meant, and apparently it's a dream for this time. So the dream was, as was my dream of angels before, has been, it was on a canvas. Okay, it was a picture of the Holy Family on a canvas, but this canvas was divided into four. Okay, so in here was a picture of the Holy Family, and then a replica of it was here, and then another one was here, if you were facing the canvas. Okay, so the fourth quadrant over here was blank. Okay, and each picture was an exact replica of the other. And what I was doing in the dream was I was trying to copy the picture. In the dream, I was very good at drawing. I'm not really very skilled at drawing, but in the dream I was. Well, anyway, I was trying to copy it, and as soon as I was done with it, something happened. Okay, so the first picture of the Holy Family was in rainbow colors over here. And then the second picture of it over here was in blue, and then over here was in green, and the last one, which I was trying to draw, was just a sketch in pencil or charcoal. Okay, and then as soon as I was done with it, it began to radiate in white. Okay, so what does this thing mean? I would like to share with you the colors, the representation of the colors in the dream. So we know that green is a color of hope, and blue is a message, a color of peace, and thus a message of hope and a message of peace. Add to that also, when you talk about the chakras of the body, the green is the color of the heart chakra, where love comes from. Okay, and blue is the color of the throat chakra. Okay, so add to that, there's love, heart, communication. Okay, so I guess and then the other one at the upper left, if you're facing the canvas, at the upper left is in the color of the rainbows. Now as I see it, how do we achieve what is the message in here? How do we achieve a life for us, especially given these present circumstances, that would somehow be colorful for us? Or if we're talking about Christmas, how do we approach Christmas such that it shines like the colors of, let's say, Christmas lights. All of those colors were there. So the message that I got from here is mainly that we communicate through chakra out of the goodness of our hearts. We try to project more of love than division. I know that everyone is practically isolated at this time, and sometimes, some people are going crazy just being at home, isolation, and well, we are being called to just when we communicate, we try to communicate out of love. Or for example, in simple terms, if we are talking to someone, for example, and well, we know that at this present time, sometimes people are moody, or sometimes people are going through a lot, mostly internally, and they don't know. We don't know how to internalize all of the things that we're going through, or um, sometimes we're caught in our own minds and in our feelings and in our own selves, which can be, well, which can be detrimental if our thoughts are not of a higher nature or of a good nature. Now, we are being called to be a little more understanding of where other people are coming from, and at the same time, maybe when we communicate, try to communicate with love in our hearts. Okay, it doesn't mean that you don't communicate accordingly. For example, if you feel like there's tension around when in whatever conversations we're having, or it doesn't mean that we're not true to ourselves, but then it is important that we try to deliberately um feel God inside us. Okay, feel God inside us when we communicate. Okay, and when we communicate, we are being called, especially at this time, to communicate love, to communicate hope, and to communicate peace. Okay, so there's that too. Now, when I was when I was drawing this picture of the Holy Family, and when at the moment I was done, suddenly it came to light. I didn't have to color it with anything, but it was bright white, and I did not touch it anymore, and I knew that it was already a perfect picture. Now, what does this mean? Well, the meaning, I guess, is very basic and very simple. Christmas is all about the light of Christ shining in the world, shining in our hearts, and well, just shining through the darkest corners of of every human being and of every corner of the world. Especially at this time, this is the first time that we're going to experience a rather unusual Christmas holiday season. So there, and I know that basically, well, most of you might be feeling really sad and depressed that you cannot, well, even spend time with all the people that you love, or maybe you don't have enough on the table, or everything that gets you down. Okay, so those are the realities that we are facing. But then, the good thing, as I see it, and the light as I see it about this time, this kind of Christmas that we are celebrating. Hopefully, you still find the urge to celebrate it for all the right reasons. Okay, not for what you don't have, is that, this. Okay, so granted that we don't have more than half of what we used to have, and at this time we are feeling more isolated than ever from everyone else, from those we love, from those we want to be with, from those we want to see. um why don't we take millions of steps back to the first Christmas? The first Christmas was one of poverty and isolation as well. And there won't be a time in history, well, at least while we are alive, our generation, where we will experience this kind of Christmas, which is almost the closest that we would feel to how the original version of Christmas was. Okay, the Jesus family was isolated, and they were even rejected, and they were so poor. But then, despite everything else, love was overflowing, and they had the brightest light because Jesus was in their midst. So, the challenge of this of Christmas at this time is how you shine the light of Christ inside you. Okay. So for one thing, we will never have this opportunity again. You might see it as totally dark, or you could see it as an opportunity to share, to be as close to the Holy Family as you could be, because what we're going through is probably the closest to how the original version of Christmas was. Okay, so my challenge for each and every one of you is to just to to shine the brightest light that you can in the darkness of of um of this holiday season. And well, as the saying goes, they say that stars shine brightest when it is the darkest. So how bright can you shine this time? Okay, so never mind the food, never mind the other things that we used to have that we won't have at this time. We will still have them next year, the year after now. But then this one is a special one because it forces us, it challenges us really to keep our focus on the light of Christ, on the light of God, the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Family. Okay, so there, from my end to yours, a blessed, meaningful Christmas to everyone. I hope you celebrate it the best way you can, and in the most meaningful way you can. Focus on God. Okay, this is just me, Alvie, saying find your strength, find your peace, and stay with God, whatever you conceive Him to be. God bless you all. Bye.